Hey, good morning. Good morning. Why leave my phone right there, y'all? Hold on. Jesus. All right, here I am. Here I go. Here I go. Thank y'all. Trying to rush, honey, and then left my phone sitting over yonder. All right, here we go. Good morning, and good morning. Happy Friday Eve to everyone. Hey, friends, hi. Let's go and speak to everybody. Okay. I see y'all up in here deep this morning. So far, my top flight Rose is in the building. Top flight my Rose is in the building. Hey Rose, hi. Miss Mary is here. Good morning. Good morning, Erica Butler, Mary Giles, Shirley Terry. My other top flight my Scorpion Miss is here. Felicia is here. Lisa Bell is here. Good morning. Say I'm ready. Yes, I know that's right. Okay, she ready spaghetti. Ain't that what the song say? Yeah, shout out to Key Glock. C. Lewis, good morning. Good morning, Cheryl Williams. Good morning, Yvette McCovery. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Kim Jones, Denise Slay, Sylvia Blow. Why I can't talk? Delilah T is here. Good morning. Denise Slay is here. Sylvia Blow again. Rails World, that's me. For those of you that if y'all are seeing this new name popping up, y'all, it is me. I know somebody was like, I don't know if that's Caramel or not. That is me. All right. I changed the name of my other YouTube page, and I'm getting ready to start promoting here soon. Rails World. So you guys can go and subscribe to that. Pull it up. It's right there. Okay, let me pull it up so y'all can see. That's me, honey. Rails World. That's my picture. That's me. Don't it look like me? That's me. Okay. All right, Miss Mary. Good morning. Let's keep going down. God's chosen angel. I know that's right. Okay. Betty Brockington is here. Good morning. Mary Jacobs is here. Ronnie is here. Big Steak is here. Daisy Lewis is here. Said good morning. Said out in the ocean, deep sea fishing. Oh my. Okay. You be careful out there. Okay. Be careful out there, Miss Daisy. All right. And catch a bunch of fish too. All right. Lorraine Tyler is here. Good morning, Alan Ford. George Denise is here. Good morning, SD Warren. Good morning, D Nice. Brown Eyes is here. Good morning, Joyce Pick is in the building. Shirley Terry, Tammy Fox. All right. Sheila Bennett is here. Miss Cheryl Tuff is in the building. Good morning. April RN Virgo, honey. If y'all need a good RN in your life, go ahead and holler at April. Eve Parker is here. Good morning. Sweet Vern is here. Good morning. Good morning. Sheila Washington is here. Playtime is here. Simple Mom Family TV. She's a content creator. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Henry Lee is here. Audrey Clark is here. Queen Paradise is here. Good morning, Queen Paradise. Good morning. Frank Schultz is in the building. Said good morning, Caramel. Hey, hey. April Pearson is here. Said, that's a nice blue on you, Caramel. Thank you. Y'all know I like colors, right? I try to give y'all a little arm action, okay? A little shoulder action this morning. All right. Say you love the blouse. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Laura Eden is here. Terry Copeland is here. Vernita Evans is here. Miss Honeybee is here. Yeah, I love colors. I love colors. I do. SC is here. Good morning, Miss SC. Chevelle Carter is here. Ramel is here. Good morning. Flower Bloom is here. Zamona Miller is here. Good morning. Lost Sheep is here. Okay. Says good morning, beautiful people. Somebody's on a cruise. Miss Flower Bloom said, girl, I'm on my 7-day cruise, girl, to Norwegian Aqua. Yes, honey, says that I'm in the British Virgin Islands. Okay. Yes, honey, you sipping right now. I know that's right, honey. Girl, I'm sipping on my tea. I don't know what you sipping on, but I got to do tea. It's too early to be on some Alkalolo, like Martell named it. Alkalolo too early this morning, but hey, enjoy, okay? Enjoy and be safe, all right? It's about time for me to take another damn vacation. Yes, honey, Nikki B, good morning. Thank you for being here. Who else? Mary White is in the building. Hey, Mary. Laura C. Jones is here. Good morning, Laura C. Angela Kelly is here. Who else? Said up here looking cute and stuff. Thank y'all. Cassandra D is here. Thank you for being here. Nikki B. Latanya Jackson is here. Minky Finky is here. Y'all know Martell said Alkalolo. He can't spell for shit. I said, boy, you can't pass an open book test and you can't spell. I don't know. But that's how you spell alcohol, Alkalolo. I said, Alkalolo, what is that? Child had me go running, Googling what was Alkalolo, child. And Google said, get your ass out of here. Now, ain't nothing in here from no damn Alkalolo. Google kicked me out, y'all, because won't nothing in there called Alkalolo. All right, but Patricia Thompson, good morning. Brittany Janae is in the building, all right? Everybody's still coming in. Oh, we jumped up to 157. Y'all are here. Let's get into the show because we have one. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all know politics is first. SR Howard, I see you, love. Thanks for being here, okay? Y'all know politics is first. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get into it. Politics is first. That's where we're going, honey. We only have like 2 topics for politics because we got a lot of messy topics and I'm ready to get into the mess. So I was like, I don't want to talk about a lot of politics today, child. I want to get into the mess. Hollywood Unlocked, thank you. All right. Said morning gang. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Canadian Queen. Joyce Pick, Shaquanda. All y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. All right. All right. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. The judge, honey, the judge blocks Trump's administration's plan to fire federal workers after ongoing government shutdown. Y'all been seeing all this stuff unfold. Let's go ahead and get into what it's saying. All right. Federal court just hit pause on what could have been one of the most chaotic power moves. Yet it says that the Trump administration's attempt to fire thousands of federal workers during the ongoing government shutdown. I know that's right. Tell his ass no. Okay. No, the person who need to be losing their job is Trump. See, he's definitely on a power move. He's definitely on a power trip. I can see it. Okay, from the tariffs, from all of these damn layoffs to all of this shit. It's also getting rid of all the foreigners and shit like that too. It's a power move. Because what are they doing? I mean, who else gonna cut my grass for $2? Shit, why you sending them over there? I ain't gonna do it. But anyway, child, you ride out there by Home Depot and let them jump on the back of your truck, and baby, you can get a whole day's work for like $5 about them. So why you sending them back over there? Anywho, as we previously reported, honey, federal workers have already been facing financial strain due to the shutdown. Now, Judge Susan Ilston from the Northern District of California stepped up, issuing a temporary injunction to stop the firings after major labor unions filed suit to protect workers' rights. Okay. Now, during the hearing, Judge Ilston did not hold back. She says, I am inclined to grant the plaintiff's motion, she says. The evidence suggests that the Office of Management and Budget, OMB, and the Office of Personal Management, okay, OPM, have taken advantage of the lapse in government spending that the laws don't apply to them anymore. It says, and I find that what's being done here is both illegal, I know that's right, and in excess of authority, and is arbitrary and capricious. Okay. Yes, honey. Let him know. You are on a power trip, Trump. Calm the fuck down. The stuff that he needs to address, he don't. The things that he don't need to worry about, that is where his focus is. And it's just crazy. Thousands and millions of people, millions and millions of people are losing their jobs, being laid off. Shit is fucked up right now. All right. We keep talking about it every single day. I'm glad that a judge, honey, could step in and say, no more. No more. Federal workers, they need their damn jobs just like any other person. And at the end of the day, if anyone was affected by that, my apologies to you. Again, I keep preaching it. I keep talking about it. Please, please, please get a side hustle. Find something that you can do on the side. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice right now, you are blessed with some type of gift. Everybody that's living, breathing, walking this earth, you have a certain gift that has been put inside of you by him. That's God. And you got to learn to tap into that. Find out what that gift is. Everybody has one. Everyone has a gift. Find out what that gift is. We keep talking about cooking, sewing, singing, whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is. If you're a great cook, go start cooking. Get you a little license. Okay. Maybe get you a food truck or something like that. And make you some money. There's money to be made out there. Even though the economy is kind of messed up, people still have to spend money to survive. So tap into that. Okay. Tap into that. If you're working, that's great. Don't just sit back on one income because that can be gone. You want to still have something where you can pull from the side. All right. It's called a side hustle. Get you a nice side hustle. The way that Trump is doing in office, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Okay. But yeah, so thank God for the judge stepping in and stopping this ongoing shutdown. Okay. Let's move along. All right. Nancy Pelosi is telling the people to shut up out here, child. I said, not shut up. She snapped off on a reporter, honey, turned around and told him in their face to shut up, honey. Emphasis on the shut. I said, Nancy Pelosi. All right, Nancy Pelosi tells a reporter to shut up after being asked why she refused the National Guard on January the 6th. Let's get into that, honey, because she was acting a little ghetto right here.
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Why did you refuse the
Damn.
National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Why did you
Why
refuse?
you talk about the lady's job? Okay, as if you a serious journalist. Okay, put your finger in her face. Now, if you was in the right hood when that shit went down, she probably would have slapped your ass, Nancy. She'd slapped them sunglasses up off your face if you'd done that in the hood. If you'd put your finger in Shaniqua's face and told her to shut up and talked about her damn job, Shaniqua would have slapped. She'd have flew your sunglasses across that parking lot. Okay, I can see that happening. Yeah, my mental telepathy kicking in now. Yeah, she would have flew your glasses, girl. Nancy Pelosi, you are very rude, ma'am. Okay, you are very, very rude. Let's move on. I had to show that. Now, see politics. See, all right, let's get into the mix. All right, Jay Prince from Love and Hip Hop. I think it's Miami. He is naming names of people that he slept with. All right. I always have such a disdain for guys or anybody who just be out here naming people that they smashed. Like, don't be talking about your bedroom business like that. I feel like that's very disrespectful. If a woman, okay, as for men, let's talk to the men, and we're not man bashing or anything like that, but for a man, okay, because men love to do that shit. Y'all sit up and y'all have conversations with other men. And that's just a thing that you guys do where you like to talk about and name names. You go down your little black book, because y'all know every man has a black book, okay? Where you go through your book and you name names of women that you smash. If a woman breaks down and be so kind to give you some coochie, why the fuck are you talking about it, okay? I feel like that should be for twins, as the old people say. Me and you. No one else should know about that, okay? Because I'm going to say, if it were me, if you got this good, I put in some good work over there. Okay. Now, I know it'll probably be something that you want to talk about, but that should be between me and you. Keep me in the black book. Okay. Don't be talking about me. Now, Jay Prince from Love and Hip Hop says that he's not GAY. Okay. Broke wrist, honey. And slept with Erica Dixon. Y'all know who Erica Dixon is. Erica Dixon is Lil Scrappy. Not Lil Scrappy. Yeah. Lil Scrappy. Rapper Lil Scrappy child. His baby mama, Erica Dixon, who used to also be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now y'all know Scrappy and this fool right here fell out. Okay. So he was happy to hear that somebody else was smashing Scrappy's baby mama. So let's go ahead and get into Jay Prince, because he's naming out names. And I was like, why are you doing this to Erica Dixon? But let's go.
To be honest with you, all the people I've dealt with are from other cities. Mariah Lynn, Bridget Kelly, Erica Dixon.
Wait. Erica who?
Dixon. Erica was what?
Who is Erica Dixon?
You know who Erica Dixon is?
That's Scrappy baby mama. Wait, I was just trying to clarify. You got Scrappy baby mama?
Me and Erica had a little relationship, you know what I'm saying? That was my little baby at one point. I thought that's why Scrappy didn't fuck with me, because he knew that me and her had been hanging out and you know, like kicking it. I went to Atlanta one time, stayed with her at the crib. Yeah, that was.
She was fire.
She's an amazing woman. She's amazing. I have nothing but respect for her. She's an amazing woman. So we're not gonna say her name again, because honestly, man, that shit.
No, we gotta say her name.
But you know, we know.
Okay.
Talk, yeah, we know.
All right, so we.
But just throw a nigga straight, and I'm knocking them down like pins at the bowling alley.
All right.
To be honest with you, all the people I've dealt with are from other cities. Mariah Lynn, Bridget.
I see how guys talk. Yeah, bitch, I'm knocking them down like pins at the bowling alley. That's just guy talk, okay? That's just so crazy. It's low key borderline disrespectful. Okay.
Kelly, Erica Dixon.
Wait.
Yeah, what y'all think about that? Do y'all think Scrappy is going to respond to that? Y'all know him and Chaotic don't speak anymore. They had a little falling out. Chaotic tried to fix it with Scrappy. Scrappy was like, "Fuck out of here. No, I ain't thinking about you. I ain't trying to talk to you. No." So I ain't too sure about what they fell out about, but it's been a little minute since they fell out, and they're not on speaking terms. And that's so crazy, because when they were on the show, they were really, really close friends. But yeah, I think that Scrappy may say something to Jay Prince for throwing Erica out there, and Erica may respond too, because y'all know she real spicy. All right, you know she got a little slick mouth too, so she might be like, "Bitch, why you out here telling my business?" But word around the curve was that Jay Prince was, you know, seeing guys, or that he might have been bi, if not gay. Which, if that's his choice, honey, I don't give a damn. But for him to be naming out all of these women, I don't know. It's kind of poor taste a little bit. All right, but let's move along. Let's move along. All right, while we're talking about Scrappy, we got to talk about his mama, because she is in the news. All right, Mama D, honey, Mama D. Let's get into Mama D right quick. Let me get this down. Ooh, child. All right, so Mama D goes off on Erica Forehead Dixon. We got to call her that. I mean, Erica Mena. I'm sorry, Erica Mena. Mama D goes off on Erica Mena for shaming her for having strippers around Scrappy as a teenager. Says that Erica is toxic and disrespects black women. Says that you, can I say that? You schlong sucking biatch. We gotta say it that way for YouTube's sake. All right, we gotta be creative. Let's get into it, because y'all know Mama D mouth is horrible. Let's get into it, child. Why your braids that far back, Mama D? That's too much forehead right here too. I just saw that. But let's get into it.
Started with Erica Mena. The bitch that thinks she's better than black girls, that called Spice a name and made animal sounds with it, is the one that led this war against me. I've never said anything about Erica. I've never, even she was friends with my ex-daughter-in-law, Bambi, I never, ever spoke an unkind word. I never got in her safari business. I never said shit. I never said nothing. But for her to jump at me at my weakest point in my life and try to come for me, that red, blinded, man-grabbing, using bitch. I said it.
Damn.
Bitch, you can never, Erica, roll around with me, bitch.
Not roll around.
Okay? You will run out of fucking air, bitch. Fucking around with Mama D. You uneducated, unorthodox, pipe weighing, dick sucking, running around, bitch. How dare you? When it was you, as I recall, Erica, that put a ladder, and I will post it, over Safari's gate. Yeah. Climbing, scaling the wall with a nigga because he wouldn't open the door for her. And he had another bitch in there. So what? But you gonna come at Mama D and tell me I'm showing my son prostitutes? Let me tell y'all something. I put my son on the football field. I made that nigga bump heads, okay? So I taught him how to be a boy.
Come on.
So you got some women, oh, I don't want my son on the football field. Oh, he gonna get hurt. And then when you start wearing a skirt, then you wonder why. It started with Erica Mena. The bitch that thinks she's better than black girls.
Child.
That called Spice a name and made animal sounds with
I gotta
it.
hear it one more time.
It's the one that led this war against me. I've never said anything about Erica. I've never, even she was friends with my ex-daughter-in-law, Bambi, I never, ever spoke an unkind word. I never got in her safari business. I never said shit. I never said nothing. But for her to jump at me at my weakest point in my life and try to come for me, that red, blinded, man-grabbing, using bitch. I said it. Bitch, you can never, Erica, roll around with me, bitch.
I'm saying that's gonna be one of my new things. So, bitch, you can never roll around with me. That's some old lingo right there, ain't it? That's some old school pimp talk right there. Bitch, you can never roll around with me. What is that?
Okay? You will run out of fucking air, bitch. Fucking around with Mama D. You uneducated, unorthodox, pipe weighing, dick sucking, running around, bitch. How dare you? When it was you, as I recall, Erica, that put a ladder.
Come on, ladder.
And I will post it. Over Safari's gate. Yeah. Climbing, scaling the wall with a nigga because he wouldn't open the door for her. And he had another bitch in there. So what? But you gonna come at Mama D and tell me I'm showing my son prostitutes? Let me tell y'all something. I put my son on the football.
Lord, Mama D, tell us how you really feel, okay? Damn, I ain't never know that you could be a roll around type of bitch. I like that, y'all, by the way. Y'all know Mama D mouth is very, very nasty, okay? Now, she's the one. Let me just go ahead and rewind. Mama D, you are the one that did come on national television to tell everybody that you had prostitutes in little Scrappy's room when he was a little boy, and they were doing the nasty on his bed, and that you would go in there and that you change the sheets, and then you would put him to bed at night. And you had other women of the night watching your son while you were out here being this female pimp. You did say that on national television. So you can't be mad when Erica Mena uses that situation against you, okay, as a clapback And yeah, you were right to read her down because she shouldn't have been in your damn business because her life is just as fucked up. But at the end of the day, you can't put your business out there like that and get mad because somebody threw it back at you. You did do that, according to what you said. All right. And Scrappy was even damn near about to cry and was calling you out on national television about that. Okay. He was like, look, I was up all time tonight because mama had women coming in and out of the house. And she was a female pimp and women were in my bed doing the nasty. Yeah. Like, what kind of mama is that? But not to judge her because, it is what it is. But you kind of gave that information and it is what it is. Erica Mena, shut your ass all the way up because you stay wrong. You should have never married Safari in the first damn place, sitting up here looking like a damn alien with this blonde hair. Okay. Don't you look like a damn alien? You look just like a damn alien. But girl, I'm glad that they did get her off Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because she definitely needed to go for using very, very disrespectful words against Spice. Yes, Spice did come for your child and say you don't watch your child and all of that, which that's the truth. But again, there are no fair words when you are in a verbal altercation. When somebody say something slick to you, the goal is to sting them right back. And sometimes you're gonna go all the way down to hell and say some things that's gonna hurt their feelings. And that's just how that shit works. I'm that way too. Say some shit about me. The goal is to sting you. All right. I'm gonna sting you, burn you, scratch you, all that, honey, verbally. Might physically too. Piss me off too much. But let's move on. Okay. Yeah, that's Mama D, honey, acting a fool. Now, this topic here, I gotta put on my trigger warning banner. I did not want to cover this, but then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I think I will because this definitely needs to be talked about. It's so sad. Parents, I don't know who's raising these new age children right now, but for these children, as young as they are, 9 and 10 years old, to be charged with these types of crimes speaks very loud volumes to the type of parents that's raising them. That means you have no coup, you have no home raise, you have no God in you. Like parents, like what the fuck is this? I'm sorry. Pardon my mouth. All right. Pardon my mouth. But a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl, shout out to Neighborhood Talk, are charged with R-wording, attempted unaliving, and kidnapping after allegedly beating and sexually assaulting a 5-year-old girl. We got to talk about this. And I'm going to try to be less abrasive as I can be. But this topic, I saw this topic a few days ago, and I just kind of kept skipping over it. I was like, this might be too harsh for YouTube for me. Because I try to pick topics that don't go too far. But then again, I like to talk about it because awareness does need to be given, especially in this topic here. This broke my heart. This broke my heart. I love kids. I'm a mom. I could not imagine if something like this happened to my child. Like, I don't even know. I don't think there's a jail strong enough that would hold me from beating somebody's ass and just really going to fuck off if this happened to my child. Okay. I'm just trying to say, but let's get into this. This mother, Ontavia Kennebrew, is speaking on what happened to her child who was 5 years old. Her child wound up going outside for some odd reason. And this 9 and 10-year-old did some very crazy things. Let's let them talk about it. Again, let me make sure my trigger warning is up. Yeah, it's up. All right. Whoo, child, clench your pearls, brace yourself, and say a prayer. Let's go.
She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
9-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl facing attempted murder and rape charges. And unfortunately, sadly, you have heard that right.
These kids are accused of violently attacking a little 5-year-old girl. First at 4, Aria Janelle has the beyond disturbing details.
Either way you look at this story, it's just devastating. All 3 people involved in this situation under the age of 11.
I literally saw the worst thing ever.
Ontavia Kennebrew, a mother, heartbroken and pleading for justice. Police say her 5-year-old daughter was beaten, scalped, and sexually assaulted. The people that did it, they believe, are a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl.
I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
Kennebrew,
she had bruises and blood all over her body.
Somehow, the 5-year-old got outside. The next thing the mother knows, her little girl is being treated by paramedics. Police say the brutal attack happened in a field near East 148th Street and St. Clair Avenue.
Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
19 News spoke to Kenny Brew last week. Nearly a month after the attack, she's still wondering how and why this could have happened. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office charging the children with some adult-like crimes: attempted murder, rape, kidnapping, and strangulation. Kenny Brew telling us her daughter is left emotionally and physically hurt.
I want her to just to be somewhat of a normal 5-year-old again.
The prosecutor's office says they are still going through evidence and getting new information. Our team reached out to Kenny family member on September 13th, reached out to Kenny Brew's lawyer for comment on these charges, but have not heard back. For 19 News, I'm Aria Janelle. Reached out to Kenny Brew's lawyer for comment.
This poor baby.
Comment on.
All right. Oh, Lord. Y'all pray me through this commentary, Lord, okay? Jesus. That's a lot, right? That's a lot to take in. Let's go ahead and read up so you guys can be a little bit more familiar with this case. I'm trying to tell you, I've seen this like days ago, and I literally kept skipping over like, no, because I know it's going to make me mad. Certain topics, especially when it deals with kids, it makes me mad. Because why? What is the mindset of our children now? What's the mindset of our children? 9, you would not think that in your wildest dreams, a 9 or a 10-year, you would think that a teenager, and really they shouldn't even be doing that. But a 9-year-old, you're still like a baby in the mind. What is it that you're watching? Where would you get such type of idea to do something like this to an innocent small child? This girl is 5. She's still a baby, damn near. Beautiful little girl. What the fuck would make you rip out this little girl's hair? Beautiful. You see, she got braids in her hair. So you know they had to hurt like fucking hell to rip this baby's hair out. Drag her across a fucking field. Assault her. Beat her up. Obviously, if she had all this dirt under her nails and in her hand, obviously she was fighting for her life. She was trying to get the fuck away from these two demonic children. These two Chucky dolls that drug her out in the fucking woods and did this to her. Now, where was the mother? How did your daughter just walk out? And I'm not blaming the mother in any way, shape, or form. But how? Because y'all know kids are quick. They want to go outside, honey. They'll bust on out the door. But you got to watch your kids nowadays, honey. I think about traffickers. But let's get back on this. Let's go ahead and read. Lord have mercy. A 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old little girl, okay, have been charged with attempted unaliving, R-wording, and felonious assault, kidnapping, and angulation after attacking a 5-year-old girl visiting her family. According to Cleveland 19, the mother, Antavia Kennebrew, claims that the authorities previously informed her of all the suspects may not be able to face charges due to their ages. Now, if you recall, police initially believed that the 8, 9, and 10-year-old were involved, but it seems that the 8-year-old isn't facing any charges currently. Why the fuck not? If the 9-year-old can get charges, so can the 8. If the 8-year-old was involved, there has to be some accountability. We have to find out, and it also needs to be some type of psychiatric evaluation on all of these children to figure out what the fuck were you thinking and where did you get this type of act from? This goes back to the parents not monitoring what your children watch. YouTube is raising our children. If you don't have parental things on your kids' devices, then they see things that they should not see. And anytime it gets into from the eyes to the mind, you're birthing a psycho in your home. I'm going to say it again. From their eyes to their mind, whatever they see is what they want to do. Stop letting your kids watch demonic, crazy stuff. Pray over your kids. Guard your children. Put parental ramifications on your kids' devices so that they can't go to certain websites that they should not be going to. There's PORN on there. Where did they learn to assault someone else in the way? I saw this when I read it the other day. I said, no fucking way. Not an 8, 9, and 10-year-old. They didn't do this. Let's continue. Because when I read it the other day, and I got to be as filtered as I can when I talk about this. This 5-year-old went through hell from these children. Where the fuck does a 8, 9, and 10-year-old learn to take a stick and put in a person's personal area? Where do you learn that? You have to be a very hateful individual to do some shit like that. Let's continue reading. Kennebrew, which is the mother, claims that her daughter was assaulted by the group of children after wandering out of the front door of the family's home. She said, what I saw was unbelievable. According to the mother, she said that my daughter was not my daughter. Okay. She said that her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. It was previously reported that the little girl had sticks, as I just told you guys, also in her throat area and private parts. According to authorities, additional information concerning the case will be sparse due to the nature of the crime and ages of the victims and suspects. They said that they are all still looking at evidence and collecting new information in this case. All right. So the mother says, this is her comment here. We're going to read that. Of course, you see there is a GoFundMe. They've already raised $19,307. Of course, there's more. She has a goal of $30,000. Okay, she has to bury, well, not bury, because I think her daughter is not the same, so she's still alive. My bad on that. But they do have a GoFundMe if you guys want to donate to that. Just pull up GoFundMe and probably type in her name, Antavia Kennebrew, and that should come up. But she says, hey guys, I saw all of your messages asking me to set up a GoFundMe for Marie. She says, I don't want anything from anybody, just genuine support and love. But seeing how much you guys really want to give to her, I set up one for her. She said, I didn't put a goal, only $1, because it's not about the money for us. She said that I need y'all to know that this is real and affecting our everyday life. She says, but thank you to all of Marie's internet aunties and uncles that want to help. This little girl is going to have to go through probably years of therapy. She's probably, every time she closed her eyes, she's probably reliving that moment. That was very horrific. That was probably very scary to her. She's going to forever be changed by this incident. And the children that did this to her, they're also going to need some therapy, because I'm not sure what it is that caused them to snap and grab this little girl by her arm and lead her into a field and assault her in the way that they did. They could have unalived her. They could have unalived her. She's never going to be the same. Usually children who go through traumatic experiences like this, when they are RAPE'd as children or touched inappropriately or something traumatic happens to them, is going to affect them when they get older and try to have relationships. Someone is going to want to touch them and love them. They're not going to be receptive because of how things happen to them as a child. They're not going to be able to place those feelings and know where and how to place them and how to feel with someone touching them in a loving way, because someone else touched them in an unloving way. So years of therapy is going to be needed for this little girl. Prayers will be needed for this little girl. Definitely. This is sad. I can't talk about this anymore because I'm getting mad. Okay. But yeah, if you guys want to look more into this, there's several posts out there. You can Google it. There's several videos. It's on TikTok. It's everywhere. I told you guys for days I've been seeing this topic, and I literally purposely skipped over because I didn't want to talk about it today for some reason. Maybe it was laid on my heart. I don't know why, but I said I'm going to talk about it today. So I'm kind of glad I did because I kept seeing it online and I was like, okay, Rael, talk about it. So maybe it was God saying, Rael, talk about this topic today. But that is what's going on. It definitely is much worse, but I don't want to touch too much on it because I don't want YouTube to yellow flag. Usually when things are too, they kind of don't like that. But you guys get the gist of what happened with this. Prayers to this little girl. If you guys want to donate to this cause, you guys can definitely go over to the GoFundMe. This is an awesome cause. Go and give if you want to, because she's going to need years of therapy. Okay. Yeah. Let's get up off that. All right. My God. Oh, that was hard. Like my heart is beating hard, you guys. My heart is beating so fast. All right. Let me get myself back. All right. Whew. That was a heart tugger. All right. So let's get into this next topic. Everybody okay in the chat? I know that was heavy. That was a very heavy topic. Very heavy topic. All right. All right, so Layla Ali has sparked the fire again. You know that she and Clarissa Shields a few months back had some negative words against each other. Clarissa wanted to fight her and was trying to call her out of retirement to fight. Layla was saying, hey, I'm not coming out of retirement until a certain amount of money is put on the table. Clarissa went and had her people raise the money. Layla did not respond to said fight. But now Layla has come back and has decided to troll her. And now that's only going to make Clarissa start trolling and asking Layla to fight her again. All right. Layla says she will come out of retirement and fight when she wants to. But my thing is, once the situation has died down, why bring it back up if you don't have any intentions of getting back into the ring? Because that's what Clarissa's now going to do. She's going to keep bothering you now until y'all fight. That's what's going to happen. All right, so Layla Ali shades Clarissa Shields by posting a diss track and video of her getting put on her clappers, which is her butt, after previously being offered $15 million for a boxing match. Now, of course, you guys are going to have to go on Neighborhood Talk and listen to the diss track, because obviously we can't play it here because it's going to get flagged, and I'm not about to do that to my video. But I will play the actual video where you guys can see Clarissa getting knocked down. The diss track is actually good. Okay. So she's talking about, the girl in the diss track is talking about Papoose, talking about how Clarissa was going down and slonging out Papoose while he was married to Remy Ma. I was like, what? Because you know they did come out and say that Clarissa did come out and say that she was that she did know Papoose and was seeing him while he was still married to and with Remy Ma. I was like, really? So yeah, y'all see her getting knocked down here? I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, y'all can go and listen to the diss track. I can't play it here. My apologies. Okay. But it's a nice
say is for those who are interested or curious about this topic. Now, there was recently a lot of talk about me possibly making a comeback to boxing. And there was even a $15 million challenge and a whole lot of chatter. A whole lot has been said, except I didn't get in the conversation until now. Well, I have made time in my schedule, just like I said I would, to address this. And you know what? I don't even want this person's image on my page. So I want you to go to this page, because I'm going to be dropping my response very, very soon. And if you're interested in hearing what I have to say, go follow, turn on your notifications so you will be the first to know as soon as it drops, because trust me, there's going to be a whole lot there. All right, see ya, bye. What I'm about to say is for those
things heating up right now between you and Layla Ali. Yeah. Tell us about that. You know, what's going on? I know she recently came on the internet and, you know, said that nobody's gonna call the shots for her. What was kind of like your response to that?
Layla and her representatives has told us no. Like, the answer is no. She doesn't want to fight, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm not upset. I mean, I wouldn't fight me either. You know what I'm saying? I understand that she's scared. I'm moving on. I got plenty of girls who I can fight. I can make plenty of championship fights. I can go up, I can go down. I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, I thought that she was about all that talk. She wanted 15 million. I went and got the 15 million, and now it's all this backpedaling. So, you know, congrats to her and whatever she's doing, but I'm moving on with my career, and I'm happy that she said no. I really didn't want to have to put the pause on her anyway. You know what I'm saying? Her and her team, great. I think that's great that they did what they did. That's perfect for me. Yeah.
So she things heating up right now between you and Layla Ali.
My career again. I'm happy that she said no. I really didn't want to have to put the pause on her anyway. You know what I'm saying? Her and her team, great. I think that's great that they did what they did. That's perfect for me. Yeah.
So she hasn't officially came out and said that to the public, you know, so it's officially a no, it's not gonna happen.
It is 100 ways. It is 100 ways to say yes and one way to say no. It is, and if you want to fight, you can say yes. You can say yes. Her and her representatives are like, it's beneath them. You know, she wants to be like in the public and keep her name tied to mine because I'm young and popping. That's the truth. She's not. Like, she's Layla Ali, but I'm Clarissa Shields, and right now it's my time. And she wants to keep her name connected to mine to keep, you know, selling whatever she's selling. I don't know if it's spices or whatever it is, but it's not boxing. And I've been #1 in the world for the past 6, 7, 8 years, and I'll continue to build my career in. I'm happy that she said no,
with that, but okay.
With or without her. So at the end of the day, time waits for no one, and I'm not waiting around for her. Look, if you want the 15 million, come and get it. If you don't, I mean, I wouldn't turn down 15 million, would you?
Right. No, of course not. So do you think that's what it is? It's more of a, you know, clout thing, using your name?
It's absolutely clout.
Do you think she's scared to fight you?
Layla is scared to fight me, and I would be scared to fight me too. I get it, you know, but hey, this is the world of, you know, clout and social media. Everybody wants it, and only real people are doing real things, you know, so it's not a knock to anybody, just the fact that we're in a generation now where the women fight each other.
Yeah.
We don't duck each other, and back in her generation, that's all she did. So it is what it is.
So for you, you're still open to it if she's down for it. You know, you got the 15 million ready. You know, you still want to do it.
Absolutely, but I'm not going to wait around for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I have other fights lined up. I'm still fighting the best.
Now, to answer the question that I know many of you who are poking around waiting for me to give you an answer, the answer is yes. I am going to answer your question when I'm good and ready to do it. Because you know what? Nobody calls shots on me. I do things when and how and where I like to do them. Bye. Love you guys. Now, to answer.
Layla is definitely toying with Clarissa. Clarissa want to fight her so bad. So Layla's like, bitch, I'm going to play with you until I get ready to come in the ring. All right. Do I think that Layla still got it in her? Yes. She's still, you know, she's still going to have to train, but I still think the technique and all of that is there because that's what boxing is. It's definitely a technique. You definitely got to have your head in the game. You definitely got to have that footwork. All right. Clarissa is a wild fighter. Layla is a more poised, structured fighter. And I can say that I know a lot about boxing because I do kickbox. All right. But at the end of the day, do I think that Layla could whoop Clarissa if she wants to? I do believe so. I really do. You know how many people she's knocked out? Do you know how many people she's knocked out? Clarissa, I'll hold you. I would love to see this fight happen. But if Layla decides that she does not want to come out of retirement and fight Clarissa, I understand and I respect that. Okay. Because she really does not have to do that. She's made her mark. She's made her money. She lives well. She has her businesses. There's no reason for her to come out of retirement to fight Clarissa. Clarissa has plenty of people she can fight. Okay. I feel like this whole idea of wanting to fight Layla was just a whole clout-driven situation for her to prove a point. When I say her, I mean Clarissa, to prove a point that she can beat Ali or beat Layla Ali, or that she fought her. She just wanted that clout because the both of them had, you know, words. And y'all know Layla got that slick mouth like her damn daddy. But at the end of the day, I don't feel that she should have to come out of retirement unless she just absolutely wants to. 15 million is nothing to her. Layla has seen 15 million many times in her life. All right. She's a very well accomplished fighter. She's a great mother. She's a wife. She has a lot of things going on outside of being in the damn ring. This is Clarissa. Clarissa, you're young. Okay. Get your money and fight. If you got people that's lined up wanting to fight, you go get your money. Like, why are you still focused on this situation with Layla? It's just crazy. I mean, that's what boxers do. You talk shit. That's what you do. But let's continue on, child. Yeah. Talking about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. I'm over it. I'm over it. All right. So as you guys can see, that's what's going on with that. All right. So for all of my Black Ink Crew Chicago fans, I don't think you guys knew about this. I don't think y'all knew about this. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys remember Don from Black Ink Crew Chicago? Y'all remember Don was married to Ashley, okay, from Black Ink Crew Chicago? Well, Don and Ashley have gotten divorced. Did y'all know that? Y'all crazy to check. Did y'all know that Don and Ashley got divorced from Black Ink Crew Chicago? I did not know that. And I used to be on top of my ish over here. And I don't know how that slipped I don't know how that slipped by me, but it says the Black Ink Crew Chicago stars Don Brumfield opens up about raising his 3 children under one roof and co-parenting with his ex Ashley Brumfield. Okay. So he and Ashley are no longer together. I'm shocked by that because I was seeing them like working out together and all that online, but I never knew that they got divorced. They were married. His brother is Thor. Y'all remember Thor from Black Ink Crew Chicago? I like them. I used to watch that show every single episode. So let's go ahead and get into it. Come on, Don. That's a good picture, Don, right? Y'all know he's into acting and stuff now as well. Okay, so let's continue. No music. Ugh. So that's his new girl. Okay, that's his new girl, Felicia. Her name's Felicia Danielle. Okay. Music. Ugh. So that's them together. That's his new girl. Oh, this music. All right. So Don says about his new girl, says her harmonious energy radiates. Embracing divine feminine energy means channeling love that harmonizes, elevates, and resonates with the universe. Okay. Beautiful girl. Come on, Coke bottle figure. Yes, okay. He upgraded. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm sorry, Ashley, but he did upgrade. All right. So that's his new girl. What y'all think? Come on. I said, bro, this looks healthy. Says you look happy and in a good mental space. We love that for you. All right. He responds by saying, thank you, my brother. All right. So it looks like he's happy. Y'all know him and Ashley fought all the time. I hated that for them on the show. They be screaming and hollering and fighting around their kids. The kids sitting looking like, what's going on with mom and daddy? She screaming at him. He yelling at her. She putting him out. At one point in time, he was messing around with, what's the child name in the shop? He was messing around with another girl in the shop. It was a mess. The show was really good, though. All right. Go hold you. So that's him and Ashley. That's their kids. Now, he did have a baby on Ashley, too. I was reading. He did have a baby on Ashley while they were married. I don't think that was great. But yeah. So Ashley then responds by saying, the kids and I are so very proud of you, Don. Said, and all of your hard work has paid off for you. So keep going and keep getting better and better. Okay. So she's, I guess, praising him, giving him a compliment on his future endeavors, I guess. So let's go ahead and read. Shout out to the Shade Room. Says the Black Ink Crew Chicago star and actor Don Brumfield popped out with his new bae, honey, Felicia Danielle. He loves women named Danielle. All right. So Ashley Danielle and Felicia Danielle. Okay. And left fans on the show who followed the relationship with his estranged wife, Ashley Brumfield, stunned. Because I'm stunned. I was like, what? Now, I said that we reached out to Don to see how things are in his new chapter in his life. Said that Don exclusively tells TSR, which is the Shade Room, that he's blessed and recently relocated to Atlanta, where all of his children live under one roof, including his daughter. Said that if you recall, his daughter was fathered outside of his relationship with Ashley. Said when asked about his co-parenting relationship with Ashley, Don explained that she has relocated to Texas to reset her life and, most importantly, find her version of happiness, which I truly want for her. Said that we are navigating this situation the best that we can to make sure that everyone is at peace and the kids are happy, most importantly. So it sounds like Don has all the kids while Ashley is in Texas living her best life. She might have a new boo thing, doing what she do. Okay. So they said at the time, it's unclear what the details surrounding the ending of Don and Ashley's relationship and if the couple is officially divorced. Okay. Well, I read they were divorced, but anywho, what y'all think about that? It's not surprising that they're not together because, like I said, their relationship was very, very toxic. Okay, it was very, very toxic. But yeah, Charmaine, that's the girl's name. So y'all know he was messing around with Charmaine. What's it, Charmaine? Yeah, Charmaine. He was messing around with Charmaine in the shop during the time that the show was on, and Ashley actually tried to put. Well, she did put pause on Charmaine on the show. All right, she threw a punch at Charmaine because Charmaine was walking around with a little tight stuff on and then tight, trying to entice Don or whatever during the time that Don and Ashley were together, which caused a lot of arguments and fights between Ashley and Don. But now Charmaine is married to her own husband and she has her own 2 children and she's moved on with her life. Don obviously has moved on. Ashley, she's moved on as well. So it looks like everybody is happy with this situation that they made. So shout out to Don, shout out to Ashley and everyone involved. Okay, moving right along. All right, somebody's getting sued. Let's get into it. All right, Nicki Minaj is suing. We've been talking about that for a few days, so we got to do the update. All right. Anytime there's an update, we got to spin the block. So let's talk about it. Child. Ashley looks great. She's been working out too. She's dropped a lot of weight. So shout out to Ashley on that. All right. Nicki Minaj files charges against stylist DeAndre Tristan for stealing her money. I told you guys the other day, Nicki Minaj was saying that someone had her card, her bank card, and has stolen like so many thousands of dollars from her. So now she has named some names. Deontay Tristan is a fashion stylist who has worked with Nicki Minaj on multiple occasions, including the Trinidad Carnival 2023 and a Chanel Crocs photo shoot. Said that he has been credited for styling various others looks worn by the rapper for different events and projects. Okay, so shout out to OMG TV Media on that. Okay. So now let's get into the coup de grace. Now that you see that someone is suing, we have another post that's connected to this one. Because I tried to pull as much as I could on this because I do know she said that she was definitely pressing charges against anyone who stole money from her. So now she's naming this guy. All right, so that is him. That is Mr. DeAndre Tristan. Now, celebrity stylist DeAndre Tristan takes legal action against that woman from YouTube after she allegedly claimed that he stole from Nicki Minaj and made false criminal accusations online. Okay. It says that your defamatory statements regarding DeAndre Tristan, so it looks like some legal paperwork has been filed, says that, dear whoever, we represent DeAndre Tristan, says that we write with urgency to address your defamatory and unlawful conduct and served a first and final warning of your severe legal consequences that will follow unless you immediately retract your false statements and issue a public apology to Mr. Tristan. So it sounds like maybe a cease and desist and a warning to take down whatever accusations were made against Mr. Tristan. So let's go ahead and read according to It's On Site. All right. DeAndre Tristan has reportedly taken legal action against that woman from YouTube after she allegedly claimed that he stole from Nicki Minaj and made false criminal accusations about him on social media. Now, I just showed you guys on the other post that Nicki Minaj has already taken legal action against him. So were they false statements? Because if she's suing you for that, then well, they still got to go to court. We'll see. Now, according to a letter from Tristan's attorney, it says that the YouTube lady posted multiple false statements accusing him of theft and past fraud allegations. It says that his legal team says that they are unequivocally false. Says that the document says that her remarks led to harassment, threats, and serious reputational damage. The letter demands a public apology and full retraction within 48 hours or face legal consequences. So either way, you being sued, sir, because Nicki already said in my other post that she's suing you for stealing from her. All right. So here are the posts that were made. Said that these are the tweets made on the YouTuber's page. Said that Nicki Minaj filed a police report against DeAndre Tristan, the stylist, last week for stealing money. Other names are expected to drop soon. Said that we'll keep you updated. Hashtag Nicki Minaj. All right. So down here said that Nicki Minaj stylist. Okay. Nicki Minaj stylist DeAndre Tristan, aka DeAndre Willis, was allegedly convicted of credit card fraud back in 2010. Now it says that he allegedly changed his name. Apparently, Nicki isn't the first or the last victim. Said that calling all celebrities, hide your purses. Not hide your purses. Said, stay tuned. I'm waiting for confirmation concerning the doctor that was allegedly stealing from her as well. Damn, DeAndre. Sticky fingers out here. Says hashtag allegedly, hashtag Evelyn name allegedly or whatever child. So they said that he'd been stealing from folk and then went and changed his name. Back in 2010, he was convicted of credit card fraud. So that might stick if that's the case, because it looks like a pattern of behavior. Let's continue. Why we gotta look at all this? Child. So this is what his attorneys who's representing him had to say. Am I going to read all of that? Fuck no. You guys can go on It's On Site and read it at your leisure. We just talked about pretty much what it says for them to take the shit down within 48 hours. Okay. Yeah, we're not reading this Aaliyah 4-page letter. We're not going to do it. But as you guys can see here, Nicki Minaj alleges multiple people have been using her American Express card without permission, claiming over $20,000 in unauthorized charges and even a tracking device linked to one suspect's phone. Okay. So she says here, Nicki Minaj says here, 3 different people in a span of 2 months charging my American Express card without permission. Some couldn't even explain how they had the brand new card number. Okay. She said a couple of them have been doing it for years. Filed the first report a couple of weeks ago. They're all going to jail. Okay. So one of the credit card thieves also has been tracking my moves with a tracking device that led right to his own cell phone. His. Who is that? Who is his? Is it DeAndre Tristan? Because she's already filed charges against him. So he might be the his that she's talking about. She said, you can't make this ish up. Laughing my ass off. Won't God do it? Yes, he will, honey. All right. So then here she just shows the charges that were taken from her card. Okay. We looked at this the other day. Just giving you guys the update on that. So with us seeing this, let me go back to the other one so you guys can see. She is suing him. She pressed charges and filed charges on DeAndre Tristan, according to this post right here. Okay. Now, in 2010, it says in 2010, you was on that same bullshit. So right here on was it OMG TV Media, it said that Nicki Minaj files charges against stylist DeAndre Tristan for stealing her money. So you are one of the people that she's alleging stole from her credit card, Mr. DeAndre. So while you out here getting an attorney to try to make it look like you ain't do the shit after you done changed your name out here, okay, is given that you might have something to do with these funds being moved from said card, right? Okay, so we're gonna keep our eyes and ears open. Now I'm gonna have to track this whole situation since I done talked about it. Let's get into this Judge Joe Brown and Judge Mathis beef, baby, because Judge Mathis has responded to Judge Joe Brown, talking slick about him in a whole interview over on Art of Dialogue. And we getting ready to rewatch it so that we can now see the response from Judge Mathis. All right, let's get into it, honey. The boys are fighting. The judges are fighting. I love a little cat fight from a judge. All right. I love it because y'all know both of them got slick mouths, but I think the Judge Mathis is going to let his ass know, bitch, don't fucking play with me. All right. That's why you lost your damn law license right there. Okay. Yeah, so let's get into what not Judge no more, Joe Brown had to say about Judge Mathis. For those of you watching for the very first time, if you guys have been watching me, you've seen it, but we got to play it again so you will understand the response from Judge Mathis. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to Art of Dialogue.
So, yeah, that's Mathis. He can take his punk self somewhere else and go deal with his rainbow fixation. All his children, rainbow, man, what have you not been doing?
My Lord.
Have you noticed at home with Judge Mathis with all of that rainbow stuff that they push? See, Hollywood tried to get me to do the same thing. I said, hell no, you're on your own with that. I'm not doing it, but he did. See, he punked out and joined the gang, and then he says he got out when his mama got sick. So he does his thing, and one of the most embarrassing moments I ever had as a black attorney or as a black man was in front of 5 members of the U.S. Supreme Court and the Second Circuit Court of the Judiciary. They were having a judicial conference. They had invited me, Judge Napolitano, and Judge Mathis to lecture them for 2 hours on television in the courtrooms, because at that point, 20-some years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court and the appellate courts of the United States and other courts were concerned about opening the courts back up again to broadcast media. He declined the show, and he said, I'm sorry, I'm rehearsing for a gospel play. So I found that embarrassing. You're doing a church gospel play and you miss out on an opportunity to address the Second Circuit Court of Appeals for the United States. I think there are 3 or 4 former members of that circuit that are on the U.S. Supreme Court right now. The Supreme Court itself is part of that circuit for educational and continuing legal educational purposes. And you missed the opportunity to do that because you're in a gospel rehearsal. That's clown show stuff. And then that crap he does about endorsing LGBTQIA+ on that At Home with Mathis. And the fact that when I was on, I was number 1 and 2, and he was down 150, 160 in the ratings, flunkying out, doing what he did, acting ignorant. And that's why he lasted so long. I was number 1 and number 2, the number 1 money-making show for CBS that they bragged to their stockholders was making the whole operation so profitable, and he was down there. He's one of those shows that makes low-level commercial money, and you can keep on forever, and he was amenable to pushing the rainbow cult. So, yeah. That's Mathis. He can take his punk self somewhere else and go. And if you listen to what Tyler Perry does, he's essentially.
All right. So what y'all think about that? Because, baby. All right. So now we got to get into what Judge Mathis had to say. All right. Y'all heard what Judge Joe Brown had to say. Now we got to hear what Judge Mathis has to say, because y'all know he is clapping back. Here we go, honey. The judges are fighting, Lord. Y'all ready for this? Shout out again to Art of Dialogue. Judge Mathis exposes how the state of Tennessee took Judge Joe Brown's law license. Uh-oh, here we go.
Fact is, they took his law license in Tennessee because of his health. Look it up. Don't take anything I say as gospel. Look it up. They took Joe Brown's law license because of his health. And so I'm appealing to his family to help address his health condition, because everyone is not like me. I try to be bigger, and you can't be big and small at the same time. It's physiologically impossible. So everybody's not like me, though. Some folks are going in. And I ask that they get a hold and put their arms around him and care for him before he says it about someone that will hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my plea to his family. Other than that, all that nonsense, his ratings were 1 and 2, meaning he's higher than Judy, huh? And mine was 150. It's not even 150 shows on in daytime. Yet I'm 150. Yeah, I've never been lower than 5. And so for him to talk out of his mind like that, and that's totally untrue. I've been on the air. I'm the longest running black host in the history of America. I passed Oprah last year. And he was off TV for 10 years now. And no one voluntarily leaves that money, I promise you. For a job you only work 8 days a month. So he was relieved because his ratings weren't enough to keep him on.
Uh-oh.
And mine has continued. And the fact is, they took his law license.
Okay.
If Judge Brown felt that I disrespected him when I responded to his attack, I apologize, because that's not what I want to do. I want, quite frankly, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to go back and forth. I mean, lions don't fight monkeys. It's unfair.
I never heard that.
To put it in street vernacular, gangsters don't fight lames. In my case, an OG ain't fighting a lame.
Come on, lame.
So I don't want to fight with him. I want to get him some care. Something's wrong. The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of a hoe. When I had mentioned him calling Harris a hoe, and I said he better not say it about my wife, his response next time he came on television was, well, something to the effect of, I don't know if his wife is a hoe or not. If she takes money, if she said that, she might be a... Who talks like that and not have any fear? I would have fear of saying that. And as I just told you, I'm fearless. So I think something's wrong. The man is he's near 80, which is about the time dementia sets in, if you're going to get it. If you think about it long enough, folks in that age group, 80 or more, those that talk crazy, you hear them talk crazy sometimes, they say all type of sexual stuff. Those typically, they have a little dementia going on. If Judge Brown...
So there you heard it, okay? Lions don't fight monkeys. I was like, come on now, okay? OGs don't fight lames. I know that shit right. So he was obviously trying to take the high road, but he also let everybody know he lost his show because of his ratings were low. Since you're trying to say you number 1 or 2, but shout out to Judge Mathis for being the longest black man running on national television. He said that he just surpassed Oprah, so that's huge. Okay, so shout out to him for that. And Judge Joe Brown, of course, y'all know he had some drinking issues with some DUIs, and that's why he pretty much lost his license down there in Tennessee. So they snatched his license, and he's not an active judge anymore. So maybe he's just got a little bitterness and hateration when it comes to Judge Mathis, that he still see him flourishing and making that TV money. Okay. And he just sitting around on Judge Joe Brown, just sitting around going on different platforms, Art of Dialogue. He's done several interviews with Art of Dialogue, trying to stay relevant, talking about people, calling people's husbands and wives hoes and shit. Like, it's just a lot. He's degrading women. It's not a good look for him after being someone who was respected as a judge on national television and in the community as well. Okay. He definitely maybe he does need to be checked out to see if something's wrong with him. Maybe he does have some dementia. Something's going on with him, because he's coming off as being very bitter and very evil as well. So shout out to Judge Mathis for responding. Okay, I knew it was going to be a response. I was just waiting to see where the shit was going to happen. So shout out to him for responding. All right, he's like, bitch, I'm an OG and never scared. So shout out to him. Let's get into some more news. Now we're getting into our relationship segment of our show, okay? And I kind of put everything together because y'all know I like everything to be in order, honey. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the relationship segment of our show. This is gonna be good. All right. It's gonna be good. It's gonna give y'all some stuff to think about too. Yes, honey, y'all enjoy that? Mm-hmm. So we got to talk about Angie Stone. I pulled this clip, all right, after you guys know D'Angelo just passed away a few days ago. Still in shock. I've been still listening to his music, all right? Told y'all one of my favorite songs is Send It Up, okay? Love that from D'Angelo. I love all of his music, but yeah. Voodoo album, Brown Sugar album, what's the other album? Jesus, my mind is gone blank. All his music. I love all of his, Vanguard. I love all of his stuff. So if you guys have not checked out his albums, his music, please go do that. Oh my God, I've been blasting it all damn week since we heard about his passing. But Angie Stone, who you guys know, shared a child with him. They have a son together. She said he was so happy to find out that he had a son. He always wanted a son, and Angie Stone was able to give him a son, which she named after him, Michael D'Angelo. All right, so Angie Stone explains why men fall for her, even though she's average. Says that once they get to know me on the inside, come on, not the inside, girl, come on, inside, that they look at me as beautiful. Okay, I always thought that she looked older than him. Whenever back in the day when it was said that they were dating, I do remember watching. I want to say it was maybe an Unsung or something with her, where she was saying that when he wanted it to be quiet about the two of them. He didn't want their relationship out there because he was seen as this sex symbol. So he wanted to like be on TV and do the how does it feel videos and the women falling all over him. She was like, I saw that all the time. I saw him, saw him with his shirt off all the time. It was nothing for me. But for other women, they would be falling at his feet, seeing him on stage with no shirt on, just singing and just, doing him, being D'Angelo. He was fine as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I was always like this when the how does it feel video come on, when they, when the camera started panning down, I was like, oh, just, but anywho, so I always thought that that she looks much older than him, but a lot of people was like, well, what is it that she's seeing him when? And not saying Angie Stone was ugly, but when you see somebody like D'Angelo, you would think that he would have someone like maybe like Beyonce. But to see her, she was the person that grounded him, that kept him grounded. It was something that he saw in her that for years, all the way up until his death, that he loved in her. Okay, and I found out yesterday. I didn't know that D'Angelo, during the time that Angie Stone was, when she passed away, that he was very, very sick during that time as well. A lot of people were like, well, they didn't see him, but they said he was at the funeral. You probably didn't recognize him because he had dropped a lot of weight. He also, they said a couple months ago, he was all the way up until his death, that he was in, what is it where they seen you before you pass in the hospital? Oh, y'all help me in the chat, because y'all know my brain is going like this. I'm trying to remember everything. Put it in chat for me, guys. Where is it they put you in the hospital right before you pass? Hospice. Thank you. He was in hospice. Okay. Y'all know he passed away from pancreatic cancer. So they said that right up until he passed away, his family was actually with him and watched him transition. So he was in hospice, I found out, before he passed away. Okay. So that was some news that they did not talk about. He did not want people to know about him being sick like that. So that is why he kept it private, I read. So shout out to D'Angelo. He didn't want people like, oh, we're sorry, how people don't want you feeling sorry for them. So he kept his condition. He kept his condition, from the public, and he passed away peacefully with his family. His son was there. I just read to you guys the other day where his son said he was there with his father when he took his final breath. So it was something that he wanted to be private for just him and his family. All right. And he wanted people to remember him for how he was when he was on stage and for his music contribution that he gave everyone. Thank you guys for the hospice. Y'all know I get to talk and my brain is like this because I don't do notes. Okay. All right. So let's get into what Angie had to say. Welcome to the culture. Shout out to them. Let's go.
Hey, most real guys are looking for someone that's a good friend first. I think I'm everybody's big sister. And after they're around me long enough, this is that Sagittarius thing kind of takes over and they get to know the inside of the person. And they start to look at, she's a beautiful sister. And I think that most of them are just in love with the idea of, she's good people. I had Spoonie G tell me one time, I don't want no girl that's too fine because my hair to be, most of my hair to be hurting all the time. I'd be stressed out. because these are the chicks that you know that everybody's after. So you will get no peace. Now you get a normal, sexy chick like me that's smart, that's just average in the appearance, but above average in every other level. So I just feel like, not tooting my own horn because there's more of me out there. I think that these guys fall in love with the friend. My head will be hurting all the time. I'll be stressed out because these are the chicks that you.
I love that. Y'all see how she put that together? Y'all see how she put that together? She said that she saw herself as an average girl in terms of looks, but what she carried on the inside is what he fell in love with. So she said, hey, he didn't have to worry about, stressing himself out over these super overly pretty women that was falling at his feet, that just didn't have that substance about them like Angie did. And that is what made him fall in love with her. Because she carries something that the other girls did not. So he saw something in her, even though she wasn't a Beyonce in terms of looks. Angie was not an ugly girl. Okay. But she had that self-esteem, and she had that it was something about her that he saw in her that he fell in love with. And they still had that connection all the way up until her death. Okay. And yeah, that's something. That's something. And now they're back together again. Ain't that something? They are back together again. That's a beautiful love story. All right. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? I loved her music as well. Both of them, the two of them, and I didn't know that a lot of his songs too, that she sang a lot of background for him in a lot of his songs, and vice versa. He sang for her as well. So it's like the two of them helped each other along in their careers. They co-wrote some of each other's songs as well. So two great minds think alike. They wrote a lot of hits. They definitely wrote a lot of hits. But yeah, if you guys have not had a chance to watch Angie Stone's Unsung, definitely watch that. I hope they do one on D'Angelo because he definitely has a story to tell. He grew, obviously you can hear church in his music. When you hear him, you can hear church. Most great singers, most of the greatest singers who turned out to be great artists, most of them did start back in the church, even back in the, like with the Shy-Lights and everybody else. Y'all know those guys, everybody mostly started in the church. And then they kind of go out and start doing the secular music. But you could still, if you have a good ear for music, you can still hear a little bit of that church coming out, okay, or that holler, that certain hum, or that certain, that certain tone. And D'Angelo had that, and so he was able to mix a lot of neo soul and some of everything into one pot, and it turned out to be something so beautiful. So I am so just, even though we're sad that he's not here, he definitely left a lot of music behind for us to listen to and to still remember him as the great artist that he was. So that's a huge loss right there. Okay. So shout out to D'Angelo. Rest in peace to him and Angie Stone as well. All right. Let's move along to the next topic. Okay. All right. We're getting into some deep stuff here now. Okay. Now, y'all may remember these two because, child, this topic here, this couple here was very controversial. Lord have mercy. Y'all remember Derek Jackson, okay? He's supposed to be like a minister, and everybody found out that he was such a hoe out here. He got married to his wife. His wife said she found all these POR pornographic videos of him with other women, and then he started wanting her to reenact some of these sexual acts that he was doing with other women in order to please him in the bedroom. I said, girl, that's the first red flag right there that you should have got the fuck all the way away from him, because bitch, you're not about to sit here and make me watch no pornographic videos of you and another bitch when you married to me, and you expect me to reenact what you did with said woman that your ass wasn't supposed to be with in the first place. Marinate on that. Okay. That right there was the first sign of some toxicity, right? Like, what ish is that? If your man ever come to you and say, hey, I cheated on you, and me and said girl did a video together, and I want you to do all of that she's doing in the video right now. Okay. Yeah. In order to please me. And you go and watch said videos and do the shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, girl, somewhere your wires won't touch, and girl, for you to be like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Totally. So now, ain't it crazy how somebody pull a you on you, Derek Jackson? Shout out to Tokyo Vanity, because I saw this there. So it says that Derek Jackson was on live recently crying about his new girlfriend, Pinky Love, which is the girl standing here. Okay. Said that getting knocked up. So she got pregnant by another man while she was with Derek Jackson. Okay. Said that this is the same woman that he left his good Christian wife, who's sitting right here for, and he was sending thousands of dollars to this side chick, okay, of the money from he and his wife. So you're supposed to be taking care of your wife, but you were sending thousands of dollars over to the side piece, okay, of your wife's money. Okay, look how the Lord be working. So she done ran out here and got slung down by somebody else and got pregnant by somebody else. And he was thinking that they get ready to have a new little baby and the baby won't his. All right, so it said that, well, come to find out that Pinky, which is the girl right here, allegedly had another man on the side the entire time she was dating Derek. See, the same shit that he was doing to his wife got done to him. She pulled a you on you. That's what they call it. Says that we love this for him. Okay, yes, that everybody is laughing at you. The whole town is laughing at you. Now, I kind of blame his wife a little bit, because sometimes weak women tend to feed men's egos into making them think that they're the shit like that, to the point to where they can treat a woman any type of way and still go out and be with somebody else. And I'm gonna be here cooking, cleaning, and doing all the things of the things, slowing you down when you come home. Bitch, take me off the list, because I'm not that girl. Okay, we're not that girl. I'm not gonna be home waiting for you, knowing that you're out getting pleased by somebody else because my elevator don't run to the top and we stuck in the basement. We're not that kind of girl. Yeah, we're not that kind of girl. All right, your clothes will be out, the locks will be changed, and you shall not be coming back here if that's where you choose to be, right? But you got some women, you have some women like this woman right here. We can look at a little bit of her interview, because she did an interview that really caught my interest. All right, where she stayed with him and allowed him to play in her face for years. All right, they knew each other, they got married. But he played with her because he had this sexual addiction, and he was coming off as being this minister. It's usually the minister sometimes. And not that I'm fighting or coming against anybody that's a preacher, minister, but it's so weird to me how this evil sexual spirit will always fall upon these people who are supposed to be men of the cloth, and they allow themselves to be used by Satan and disrespect the counsel of the Lord, to say it that way, in a means of going out and using their addiction to please themselves, and then standing behind a pulpit and trying to preach to others against the same thing that they're doing. Okay, I have a problem with that. Let's go ahead and get into this interview. Let's go ahead and get into this interview that I pulled, because I was like, ooh, I want to dig deeper into this, because I need to see, honey. I need to see what else is going on here, and we'll get ready to look. All right, ciao. Okay, shout out to Essence Magazine. Okay, shout out to Essence Magazine. Now let me read to y'all just a little bit, because y'all know our reading skills is very superb. So Derek Jackson's wife, okay, a strange wife, Denia, I hope that's how you say her name, Jackson, says that she knew several other women's bodies better than her own following his infidelities. Now, how did she come to know several other women's bodies? Because, like I just told you guys, she was looking at several different videos. He would video his interactions with these women and bring those videos home and watch them and study them, how they moved in the bedroom, how the woman's body moved upon her husband's body, how he moved upon hers, how he touched her, how all of these things were going on in this video. She studied those things and became familiar with those things in an effort to please her husband. Okay, that's deep, ain't it? Anybody ever did that? You ain't got to put it in the chat. I know you're not, child. So let's read a little bit. Last December, according to, is that Shea Room? Yes, it is. All right, shout out Shea Room. Now, last December, relationship coach Derek James took to social media to announce that he and his wife, Denia Jackson, were getting a divorce less than 2 years after he was exposed to cheating on her. Now, back in March of 2021, Denia sat beside Derek Jackson as he admitted to being unfaithful to her, and they seemingly moved forward and tried to repair their marriage. Now, following Derek Jackson's divorce announcement, Denia has been silent her whole on the matter, said that now she is speaking out in an exclusive interview, first ever interview with, was it Latera R. Whitfield, host of Dear Future Wifey podcast. We're going to look at a little bit of that, okay? Now, in the interview, she reveals that she knew several other women's bodies better than her own following Derek Jackson's many infidelities. Many. Y'all hear that? It wasn't just one woman, it wasn't just two. Many. Because y'all know an addiction requires a lot. That means you're doing this shit a lot when there's an addiction. It said that she said that I went in such a deep hole. He did too. Where I was like studying these women, says that I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages, and I would study their pages and like what they wear. Bitch, let me find out you up there liking pages of the women that your man was messing with. So that I knew when they had met up. I watched their videos of them having SDX, and so I would try to imitate that, to recreate that in our relationship so that he could choose me over them. Said that the episode drops tomorrow morning. We know that now. That's already happened. Fast forward. Let's scroll down. Because, babe, we got to hear from her. I said, babe, I got to hear from you. Now that we read that, we got to hear from her. Because I always like to, let's get that off here. Get into the mindset of individuals. Let's make this big, honey, because I love big. We got to see you big after this. Okay. I must see you big after this. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? Ooh, honey, grab your pearls, honey. Y'all might snap them off too. All right, let's go. This is his wife, Derrick Jenks' wife. Okay, she's speaking on the infidelity and some of the things that they encountered. Let's go.
Counseling failed. He met up with
Don't be saying no names,
a relative. I wasn't.
Okay.
I was bridling. I was thinking.
Met up with Shaniqua Thomas,
right,
and
a relative, and well, supposed to, like, a distant relative. It's like one, like, you know, their cousin married my dad, so that's my cousin type of thing situation. But like a relative, essentially claiming as a relative, they met up, but this is somebody that he had a conversation, or like sexual conversations with, and things like that in the past.
Sexual conversations. They ain't had sex.
He says that they had never had sex. It didn't go past their sexual conversations and things like that, but they did meet up not too long after the marital counseling.
The premarital
counseling that we had. So
you don't know what happened. If anything happened, they just met up to
right. So outside of that, I don't know. When something did happen, let's see, that was like a couple weeks before we got married. And I didn't even think we were going to get married because it was such a big blow up. And so he got his hair cut by a girl that he used to have sex with, and she posted a picture on Instagram with hearts. He was standing behind her, and there's hearts surrounding them, and I lost it on him. I lost it. I did not use any kind of biblical words at all. And I didn't even know biblical words at that time. So I lost it. And, you know, at that point, it kind of triggered, like, he was like, you don't trust me. Like, you're supposed to be able to trust me. Like, I'm not even I needed my haircut because I'm trying to make a living for us. Like, this is important. There was nobody else available. And I'm like, you didn't even tell me about this. At minimum, you tell me that you have to get a haircut, and you didn't even do that. Not only did you not do that, you hid it from me. You sent the haircut appointment confirmation to the work email, and I'm running your emails. What kind of... Right. And so it was at that point where I blew up, where I was like, okay, I need to get help. I got to figure out myself. And I actually got therapy. I got 3 therapists.
You got 3? Why you need 3?
I needed all 3. All 3 of them.
One of them missed something, the other one pick it up.
Exactly.
And that missed something.
Yes. And I did that for about 3 months until I settled on one. And then I was with her for about 1.5 years.
Do y'all see any type of disconnect when it comes to this woman? Anyone in their right mind that would set themselves up to be in this type of toxicity when you can just leave? Like, what is it that was making you stay there? It seems like not only the husband has some type of sexual addiction, but she also became addicted as well. For you to study these women, run into their social media pages, looking at what they wear so that you can replicate what they were doing, is giving it that same evil sexual spirit came into you, got into you, to where you started performing and doing the things that they were doing as well. So it's giving that you had some type of addiction as well, is what it's giving. Let's continue though. Child, we gonna watch all.
Yes.
So you said this was a couple of weeks before y'all said I do?
Yes.
And then after you got over that, y'all just decided to go ahead and get married at the same time. Y'all didn't change the date 2 weeks later.
Yeah, no, we did not change the date. We still got married 3 weeks later. We did it. I was pregnant actually with our son. Nobody really knew I was pregnant because I wasn't really showing that much. And I didn't tell a whole lot of people I was pregnant.
With the second child?
Yes, our son. And so, yeah.
And so now you get pregnant. It's a trip. You're getting pregnant in trauma. It's like the first time you got pregnant, you're passing women down the stairwell or passing them as you leave. Y'all making y'all D appointments.
Yeah,
and
right.
so then you end up getting pregnant. You said 8 o'clock. That was your standing appointment. 8 o'clock. On what day was it?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know, listen, before that her song came.
So you are making D appointments with your husband Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and the other days you sitting back going through profiles, looking at what these women are wearing and studying these women on these damn tapes, so that you can come back on your day to be with your husband and perform and give him what he was getting with the other women. That is some toxic shit right there. Let's continue.
About only on the weekend. Listen, that was already going on.
That was already going on in your
I
life.
had to renounce that. By the way, that is not okay behavior. I do not endorse that behavior. I'm just testifying.
You're testifying right now. And so you had your stand-in appointment, and then you end up getting pregnant, and then I don't know what motivated him, but he will have to tell that story of what made him decide, well, let me marry her.
Yeah, I'm not sure what really prompted him.
Was his family that told him that? He always promised himself that he'll never have a kid out of wedlock? I don't know what his journey is.
Well, I don't know like all of his story, but from just some conversations that we had, it was like when we were in college, I always said that I would leave and go back to Denver if like certain situations happen. I'm leaving, I'm taking the baby with me, and I think that scared him. So I think it was like, okay, he's living his best life and I'm sitting up here allowing it, right? Because I'm a willing participant. And now and so he's almost in fear that I'm gonna leave, because now I've sat down and had a conversation with his mom, and I'm like, I don't have 7 additional years to give him. I'm tired of doing this life.
And his mama told him to say, baby.
Right. And and I believe she did, because he brought that up to me like, man, you told my mom this. And I'm like, okay, your mom clearly told you that. So cool. So clearly there was a conversation, but I don't know that necessarily that motivated him per se.
Daniels.
Right. Exactly. I was like, that's the first thing I said. I was like, you've been drinking, and pregnant women, they like have a sensitivity.
Let's move forward a little bit.
Yeah, it's like he's literally texting them while we're in the bed. I'm like, why is this name in there? Why are you still talking to her? I thought I had told you how I felt about this, and this is where I had still in a toxic way, but I had started being a little bit more vocal on the toxic side of saying, hey, this is not okay.
You a bold person to lay beside your wife in the bed, pull your phone out and text said woman that you're having sexual relationships with. You're a bold person to do something like that. Let's continue.
Essentially, I was expressing at the root of it, this is not okay, and I feel some type of way about it, but it wasn't in a healthy way. I could have done it a lot better than what I did. But there was that, and then with that, it was like, you're insecure, I have to do business. These are business people. I built these relationships. I'm like, well, nobody told you to mix business and pleasure. So if you have business with them, that means, guess what? You need to cut all business ties. This is not a relationship that you can have, right? And
he was using the excuse of he had business relationships with these same women who he also was having sexual relationships with, and telling her he could not stop doing what he was doing because then it would cut his business relationships as well. So y'all see how he manipulated her mentally into accepting him going out and having these side relationships with women by trying to make it seem like, oh, I've got to take care of the household. You're going to mess up our money if I cut off said relationship from said person. Never mind if she's giving me head, but hey, I got to go get this bread. All right, let's continue.
So that caused a lot of just friction, and it became, I'm insecure, I'm unhealed, people change.
On you, just inappropriate conversations
At this point. A lot of them. And so, there were so many to where I'm coming off of just having a baby, right? Or having our second child. I had severe postpartum actually with both children. So just think of all the trauma that we're unpacking already that never really dealt with. Severe postpartum where I was on medication for like 8-9 months on medication, and going to the medical therapy.
And instructed me to adopt him also, and I obeyed. Starting over with parenting should have as my personal adoption journey.
All right, so what do y'all think about that? We're gonna stop it there. You guys get the gist of what's going on. We definitely cannot watch the entire interview. I just wanted you guys to hear some of what she had to say that she endured while being in the marriage with her husband, who she allowed to step out and do things because she felt that she could not please him sexually. So he made her feel that she was not enough for him, and that his business relationships turned sexual, that those were needed in order for him to, one, pay his bills and have his business relationships and also have his sexual relationships as well. And he expected her to replicate the things that he was doing instead video with these women in order to please him. And in her crazy mind, she felt the need to have to do so. Okay. So what do you guys think about that? Y'all drop in the chat what y'all think. We're going to move on to the next topic. Okay. Was that not juicy? That was a little juicy, right? Rick Ross is single again. Okay. Rick Ross. Okay. Tia Kemp's baby daddy is single again. He and his girlfriend, who is a model, decided to break up. He broke up with her because she refused to kiss him and publicly embarrassed him, according to what this topic here is saying. Okay, shout out to Nick Cruz. It says that Rick Ross allegedly broke up with his girlfriend, American supermodel Jasmine Kendrick, after she reportedly refused to kiss him in public on multiple occasions, leaving him hanging in front of cameras. Y'all know being a celebrity is mostly about image. And if he has a bad biatch on his arm and he goes in for a kiss or some type of public affection, PDA as they call it, and she's always backing up or dodging him or refusing to kiss him, it kind of makes the cameras be like, okay, what is going on here? Is their relationship real? Is she not attracted to him? Does his breath stink? Like, what is it? Like, people asking every time he lean in for a kiss, she's always backing up or dodging him and, you know, doing this shit here. So it gives that maybe she was not as into him. And a lot of people were saying that maybe she wasn't as into him as he was into her. Maybe she was into the lifestyle he was able to provide and not so much into him. Okay, maybe some halitosis that we didn't know about, but she just never wanted to kiss him. So a few people say you embarrassing me, baby. Said the lean back is serious. Another person said that she doesn't find him attractive. So let's go ahead and look at a few videos of it now. Said according to reports, rapper Rick Ross and American supermodel Jasmine Kendrick have parted ways following claims that she repeatedly refused to kiss him in public, causing visible tension during media appearances. All right. So this is what it gives. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Rick Ross and his new Bay exclusive RR22 event in Miami. All right.
3, 2. Come on, let's go.
Y'all see it. What do y'all think? So they're saying many times. Music. Too much music, child. So this is them. So I'm sure one more time, as you guys can see, obviously he's leaning in for a kiss. She sees that and she's backing up. All right. So they're having a little moment here. He's going to try to kiss her and she's going to pull back and not, you know, like she don't want to kiss him. He couldn't kiss her on the neck. He's pulling back. And then we try to get on the lips. She moved her head back like she didn't want to kiss him on the mouth. So a lot of people were saying that maybe, just maybe, that she is not as attracted to him as he was to her. So he decided to end the relationship because of that. What y'all think? Y'all say his breath probably stink. It could be. It could be. It could be. But they weren't really together that long, only for maybe barely like 8 months or so, I think. 6 to 8 months or so, and they decided to end the relationship. Well, he did. He broke up with her, but she is a supermodel. She won't have a problem finding nobody else, and maybe she'll give them a kiss so that their relationship can stay. Let's move along. What y'all think about it? In other relationship news, we're still talking about relationships. All right, we're about done because I got to get off here. I got some phone calls and I got some reports to run, baby. All right, so Allen Iverson opens up about winning back his ex-wife, Tawana Turner, after years apart, okay? Now, as I told you guys, I'm never a fan of spinning the block on a person. When I'm done with a person, if we break up, there's no reason under the sun that we should come back together and be together under any circumstance. I don't spin the block on nobody, but sometimes people do. They go back and remarry people. They divorce. Hey, whatever's good for you is good for you. But let's go ahead and get into it. It says Allen Iverson and Tawana Turner's love story has come full circle. The NBA icon, who married his high school sweetheart in 2001 and divorced her in 2013, revealed in a recent interview that Stephen A. Smith, that bastard, that the two have rekindled their relationship. Now, Allen Iverson admitted that it took a lot of begging, not begging like Keith Sweat, let me find out, to win her back, calling that chapter of his life one of the lowest points. Said that now, over a decade after their split, he says, I don't feel like I'm the same Allen Iverson without her. So they said it is a true testament to love, forgiveness, and second chances. So the two of them found their way back together and they have rekindled their relationship. Okay. High school sweetheart. Hey, your day one, A1 from day one. You better hold on to your A1 from day one, because when you start to get in this industry, making that industry money, you have a lot of girls who just want the lifestyle and not you. So, okay, this is Allen Iverson, married his high school sweetheart, Tawana Turner, after nearly a decade together. Y'all see that? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That's them together. Them with the kids. Okay. Beautiful couple. All right, that's them. That's her twin right there. That one right there look just like. Okay, little girl look like him. Little boy look like her. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, this is them together. Beautiful kids. Baby look just like mama. Okay, that's them together. She holding on to her man. Look like Swiss Beats talking to him, and she's holding on to her man, honey. All right, what do y'all think about Allen Iverson spinning the block on his A1 day one? Okay, they were separated for quite some time. They married in 2001, and they divorced in 2013. And he has now spun the block, and he and his wife is back together now. So I'm happy about that. Okay, shout out to them. I applaud it. But yeah, all right, what y'all think? Anybody ever spin the block on somebody that they were once with? Okay, divorced, or y'all broke up and y'all found your way back to each other for whatever reason? Okay, let's move along. Shout out to Allen Iverson. All right, that ends our relationship segment. Let's get into, is this my last topic? Hallelujah, Lord. Yes, it is. Okay, this is last topic and good, because I got to go anyway. All right, so we got to talk about Darius McCrary. We talked about him before, where he got arrested at the Mexican border trying to go somewhere where he had a warrant for child support. It sounds like he's had several situations with child support before. But we're going to go ahead and get into this because he is in court. Said the Family Matters star Darius McCrary tries to represent himself at first court appearance after arrest for unpaid child support. He's really having it hard. I told you guys how he and Superhead, y'all remember Superhead child, Karen Steffens, who wrote the book and told about all the men in the industry that she slept with. He was actually attached to and married to her very briefly, and their relationship was very toxic, when they fighting, carrying on back and forth. He actually tried to hit her with his car. Did y'all know that? Go read up on the child. It was toxic as hell. So Family Matters star Darius McCrary tries to represent himself at first court appearance after arrest for unpaid child support. Darius McCrary, I can't say his name, made a confusing first court appearance after being arrested on October the 5th over an outstanding child support warrant in or out of Michigan. Said that he was detained while trying to enter the U.S. at the whatever port of entry, not heading to Mexico, as some outlets wrongly reported. Said that in court Wednesday, Darius McCrary tried to represent himself and told the judge that he was there on special appearance for himself. Yeah. It said that the judge, clearly confused, eventually assigned him to a public defender, saying that he couldn't understand the legal process. So he's just making up shit. Said that prosecutors argued against bail and won. Said that McCrary now awaits extradition to Michigan with 30 days for authorities to pick him up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into how court went for him, child. Lord, he looks bad. He is really battling something. But let's get into it. Shout out to The Girls Are Fighting.
To the media request. You indicated that you had an objection, and the court indicated that its tentative was to grant the request for media coverage. Did you wish to put that on the record or no?
Yes, I mean, I'd like to put it on the record, only because I have other children than my 18-year-old son, which this matter is involving.
Okay, but only as it relates to the media request.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that my other children weren't in the media if I mention their names, or if it comes up in if it comes up in the proceedings.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please do so.
I wanted to call attention to the emergency motion that I filed. Based on the fact that the 50th District has completely continued to violate all of my rights, my 4th, my 5th, my 14th Amendment, my right to due process is constantly trampled. And I figured out why, because under due process clause of the 14th Amendment, personal judgment is void if rendered by the court, which has no jurisdiction over the defendant. That's Penmore versus Neff, 95 U.S. 714. 24L ED 565, and Michigan has no jurisdiction. Before we proceed, we need to establish jurisdiction. It's imperative that we establish jurisdiction. Your Honor, I'd like to also say I'm here in special appearance.
Special appearing for who?
I'm here on special appearance.
Sir, who are you specially appearing for?
I'm specially appearing for Darius McCrary. I'm here pro per special appearance.
And when you say you were here pro per and special appearance, who are you?
I'm an authorized signatory thereof of the estate and the executor of the estate.
Who's the estate?
The McCrary estate.
And your name is?
Darius. I'm the authorized signatory thereof, Darius McCrary.
He is an official assignment, you guys, for himself. So the judge quickly told him he definitely needed someone to represent him because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and they were playing with the court's time. Okay. Yeah, prayers up, because obviously something's going on with him. It sounds like something mental is going on with him as well, because for a person to say they're on special appearance in court, honey, for represent for his attorney, Attorney McCrary, and he turns out to be the damn attorney. Yeah, it's obviously something wrong with his ass. So prayers up for him. I hope his situation works out well. Get your child support up. We haven't really seen him in any other movies or anything in Hollywood. It may be time for him to go ahead and get a regular schmegular job so that he can catch up on whatever it is that he needs to catch up on and take care of his children, because child, this is a lot. I really hate to see a lot of our childhood actors who we love and adored on national television in this position. Okay, a lot of them have very, very hard lives. What's the other girl from Family Matters? They said the one that never came back down the stairs, went up and never came back down. She's into the PORN over on OnlyFans, you guys. I saw. So they really having a hard life to still try to keep up with the lifestyle that they had as children, and now they're adults and they're starting to do things that they really don't want to do in order to make ends meet. And it's sad. They don't want to get regular jobs because they don't want to be judged. They don't want people laughing at them. They don't want to be in the news, kind of like how Lily was from the group SWV. She said she had to go and get her a regular job once SWV was not on the road touring, and her money got real funny. She got to a point where she was homeless and sleeping in parking lots in her car in New York. So she wound up having to go and get a regular job. And she said, a lot of people like, ain't you Lily from SWV? What you doing here? Girl, what you working here for? So, you know, a lot of stars don't want to get that type of pushback and embarrassment, because it's hard. You selling out stadiums, 500,000 people, and then you got to go sit and answer somebody's phone and take orders from a boss to pay your bills. I mean, to them, it's kind of low-key embarrassing, but so I'm not sure what's going on with him, but a lot of our stars and people who we look up to and adore, they're winding up having to get regular jobs in order to make ends meet. And it's sad, but that's the way of the world, honey. You got to do what you got to do out here. Prayers up for Mr. Darius McCrary, because obviously, like I said, he is dealing with some very heavy stuff. And that is it for our show. I hope y'all enjoyed all the topics. Please do not forget to tap on that like button for him. He does need some psychological help. Yes, Miss Mary White, you are right. You are right. I don't know who he has in his corner, what family member he has that can get to him and help him get that necessary help he needs, but he definitely needs it. All right. Thank you so much to my top flight mods, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, Rose Armstead. Thank y'all so much for coming over and modding. Y'all do an awesome job. Y'all know I love y'all. Thank you so much to all of my Caramelians for coming in and also supporting the video. Thank you for all the comments. I'm going to go and read each and every one of them. Thank you for all the likes. Please continue to like the video so we can push it into the algorithm. All 342 of you guys, everybody in the bushes, shout out to you. Thank you to all the content creators who supported the video as well. Purple Unicorn, Schoolboy, Simple Mom Family TV, Miss Didi, JCD Creations, Queen Speaks TV, Shay Renee, if you're in the bushes, because I know you're always there. Thank you so much for your support as well. Mods, can you please let me know if we missed anyone in the chat that's content creators, okay? Because you guys could have been doing your own show, but you stopped by my house to support mine. So I do appreciate you. All right. And everyone else in the building. Nobody else. If nobody else, honey, we're going to rock on out of here and get out of here. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day at work. Okay. I will be stopping back to give you guys more news that I know you guys can use. All right. Bye. I did not know know she was here. Speak with your girl, Marcella. Thank you for stopping by here, love. You guys know when I'm doing my show, I do not read the chat. So most of the time, I do not see when you guys pop in and out. But again, thank you, Marcella, for stopping by. And anyone else that stopped by that I may have missed and did not call, okay? Y'all know it's not intentional. Love you guys. Bye.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel